overall, what were some of your big takeaways from the keynote?
Probably the fact that it seems like from iOS 16 specifically, they added a lot of features that users requested or users may find beneficial versus from my personal opinion, Apple is like, all right, you're going to get the features that we think you should have versus now it seems like iOS 16, they're like, you know what? Y'all want to be able to unsend iMessage messages? We're going to do it. So you
Right.
want to be able to schedule emails? We're going to do it. So you want the iPad and the Mac to be closer as far as usability and different use cases. All right, we're going to do that too. So I thought that was my overall takeaway is that Apple really seems like more so than previous that they're actually listening and got their ear to the ground of what people are looking for in their devices, like the lock screen, being able to customize your phone. That's another one to where they're like, all right, y'all want it, we're
Fine.
going to do it.
Exactly. I think for me, the biggest takeaway, because this announcement had a lot of stuff, it was really jam packed. The announcement, even though it was pretty long. They went through so much pretty quickly. But I think what I'm getting from this is that the fall event coming up is going to have a ton of hardware. Apple is going to sell you a lot of things come the fall, and they're setting you up with this Apple Pay later. So I think we can expect in the fall to see a full slate of new hardware to come out of the Apple camp. So keep your eyes peeled for that to see if that actually happens. I think so because it's a lot that they are introducing, not to have some new hardware to put these new OSs on. So
Right,
that's
right. A lot of people just assume that in the fall, Apple is going to announce 14 and 16-inch M2 MacBook Pros. I don't know. I think they're going to, especially with the how much power the M1 Pro and the M1 Max chip have. I Anybody out there that's thinking, oh, okay, so they got the M2, so it's only a matter of time before they do the 14 and the 16 inches or a Mac Pro with the M2 processor. I don't know. I think Apple may hold off for a year longer than what people are assuming. So if you are in the market for buying a MacBook and maybe 13-inch, you think maybe a little bit too small, I don't know if I would wait. Plus, like I mentioned before, these computers getting so powerful to where I don't think you're going to feel like you've wasted your money if you bought a 14 or 16-inch M1 Pro or M1 Max MacBook Pro. If you buy it now,
yeah.
and let's just say I'm wrong, right? Let's just say you say, you know what, I can't wait any longer. I'm going to get last fall's MacBook Pro with the M1 Max or M1 Pro Max or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then in the fall, they came out with a 14 or 16-inch M2. You're not going to be missing anything, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, I don't think based on the metrics, I think it's 20% faster than the M1 Pro chip, the M1 Pro chip, I believe. So I don't think we'll probably, I agree. I don't think we'll see probably any new laptops. I'm thinking, of course, new iPhone, new iPads. I'm thinking we're going to get an update on AirPods. I'm thinking we'll probably get an update on iPad. I think we may get a new iPad Pro. Um, those type of things. And I'm thinking we may see a reboot because I know we didn't talk about it and they kind of glossed over it in the announcement. HomeKit got a revamp as well. There were a lot of updates to HomeKit, so we may get maybe some home pods or update to HomePod mini because I don't think we've done any type of HomePod Mini or HomePod update. So maybe something in the home automation space. So yeah.
Probably what'll happen is, and what I'm hoping will happen to give my current equipment some new life, is Apple did mention at the conference that they are going to adopt the Matter, which is
Mm,
a home automation slash smart home standard that a lot of different smart home products manufacturers are using, right? So Apple has for long with HomeKit tried to force developers, manufacturers of smart home products to adopt their HomeKit standard for Apple steps for better security, for whatever the case may be. Well, they're finally saying, all right, we're going to step out a little bit more and adopt this Matter standard. What that'll do is that'll give you a lot more options as to the products that you integrate into your smart home. So it won't be you only better use this type of lock or this type of camera or this type of thermostat or this type of smoke detector or lights. You'll have a wider options, especially if you already have a quote unquote smart home with already lights, you already have thermostats, you already have all these things. If they support Matter and Apple supports Matter, then you'll be able to connect those existing devices into the home app for again, which is the main thing I've been looking for and I haven't been able to do, is have a one interface for all of my smart home products. And I hope Apple joining this Matter standardization will do just that.